Hi everyone, it's Wendy. I'm back today to show you some paper clips that I've been making. I had it in my head to make some paper clips, side ones with sort of covered, but I wanted quite a long piece on the front so that they were acting more as like a page edge. These aren't as long as I would like to make some, but I happened, just exactly the same morning I was thinking about it, I happened upon a YouTube video and it was Spark Bird Studio, and it was about a year ago, and she was making hidden paper clips, and she said she just thought of this method while she was in bed one night, and so she got up and made some. So these are the ones that she made, or very similar to these, and that is the paper clips bit there. So it's easier to get onto a piece of paper if you've got one side longer than the other. So they just slide on your page like that, and obviously they could go on the top of a page. And it's a very easy tutorial. I did write some of the measurements down on my piece of paper, but then I just thought, if I edge, can you see this? I have grid paper, it's an old pad from Stampin' Up. Somebody gave it to me, but I followed her video and then I just marked on my ruler side where I needed to fold them. Now I ran out of long paper clips because I'm filming this on a Saturday afternoon and it was too late to get to the shop. So these were the long paper clips. They were about 5 centimetres. So the only ones I had left to play around with were these smaller ones, which are about 2 and a bit centimetres, 3 centimetres, just slightly over. So she did about 5 to a page, and I'm going to show you how she did it. But I'll link her video below, and then I'm going to show you how I went on to make then these other ones, which is more like I wanted. So it's really effectively only a cluster, and then you just glue it. I glued all mine onto the longer fold, like this fold, not the short piece. So that is sort of glued like that. So they can go on your page like so. And I left mine long enough to have a page tab, and I put a grommet in, or an eyelet, and on some of them I've put a dangle on. So let me just get rid of these ones, then they'll show up better against the black for you to see them. So that's one. Just all bits of scraps really, and then some words out of my stash. This one I just put some sort of twine on through the eyelet, because for some reason these gold eyelets I have are a little bit rough once they've been put on. So I thought if I put this nice fluffy twine on, it'll sort of hide that a bit. So that's another one. I did them sort of both sides, so that'll go on a page that way, and this one will go on a page that way. That one's the same. All just bits of scrap material, bits out of a folder I keep with all scraps of paper in. And here's the last one. This one I've put another dangle on there. So I think they're really pretty, and I am going to make some more even longer, maybe even the full length of a book page, which is what, 7.5, 8 inches. So for now, that's where I'm up to. So all you need is a piece of paper, and the measurement you need is about 10.25 inches. That'll follow the measurements that this lady gave on her video. So I'm just going to go and get a piece of paper. Okay, I've simplified it a wee bit now. I've used a black piece of A4 paper, but I've just cut the end off, so it is about 10.25 inches long, and it is about 1.5 inches wide. Now I started off I just literally folded it, not quite in half, about 4 inches, and I put my paper clip on there. So the long side is here and the short side is at the back. Then fold this top shorter piece. See, that's the longer piece and this is the shorter one. Fold that back, left to right, to the edge of the paper clip. So make sure the paper clip's pushed on and just fold it back. Keep your edges straight, okay? So that's your first inside of your paper clip. Turn it over and fold this piece left to right, but you want to leave, I've left about 1 centimetre or ½ an inch, so that that is the edge of the paper clip under there, and I want this piece a bit longer by about ½ an inch, and fold that back. Yeah, okay, so that is your hidden paper clip between there. So having one side longer, it makes it easier getting it onto your page. Then you need to decide how deep you want your tab over the edge of the page. Again, about ½ an inch is adequate. So this top piece I'm folding back on itself and turn it over, and this other piece that's longer, I'm folding that underneath round the piece we've just folded back. So that is all going to be glued down, and that'll be hidden anyway if you put a picture or a butterfly or something on there. Okay, so now we're going to start gluing. So I'll just go through that piece again with you. It's about 10¼ inches, and I've just folded back about 4 inches. Let's just measure that. That's 8, just over 4 inches, about 4½. So I'm folding that back, putting my paper clip on with the longer side at the top. Now I'm going to put some glue on there. I'm putting it on top of the paper clip and right up to the edges. Okay, then we're folding this top piece, the shorter piece, back left to right over the top of the paper clip so that it just comes to the edge of the paper clip. Make sure your paper clip stays on and fold it back and hold. Let the glue take. So just underneath that first bit, that's your hidden paper clip there. So this bottom piece we're going to lift and fold underneath, but leave about ½ an inch or 1 centimetre sticking out from that edge to there. So that is your hidden paper clip there. Okay, so that's glued down, and we're going to turn it open and put glue on the other side of the paper clip. I hope I'm making this clear enough. I always think I don't make it very clear when I'm demonstrating something a bit more complicated. So fold that back and press. Hold down. So you've got your hidden paper clip there. The shorter side and the longer side, and the paper clips in between. Okay, so where the longer side is, you're going to turn that so the open ends are on your right. So you've got your shorter piece, which is going to fold back on itself, and the longer piece is going to fold back over that and hide the edge. So I need to glue, open it all up again on your shorter piece, put some glue on there and fold back and press down. On your longer piece, put some glue on there, get right to the edges and press down and hold. If your edges aren't quite flush there, you can always just trim that down. See, mine's sticking out a little bit there, so I'm just going to trim it off with a pair of scissors. Still a fraction out there. think these are the best scissors in the world. So just hold that till it's all nicely stuck down. So that in effect is your actual hidden paper clip, and that is your page tab. Now the lady rounded her corners before she glued it. She rounded these corners and these corners here. Obviously you would have to do that before gluing down. I'm fine without them being rounded, but I do want to round the page tab and corners. So I'm hoping it will go in to my rounder just about. That's not very good. No, it doesn't want to go. Not playing very well. So I'm just going to do it with my scissors. In fact, I'm going to get my snips out. It's easier to use these. That's fine. As near as it's going to be. So that's my page tab and that's my paper clip. Now what I want to do is make a sort of snippet to stick on the longer piece down, so it's going to be on the page edge. So I need to get my box of scraps. It's an old wax melt box, and my folder with bits of papers in. Now I love making snippets, but you need a base, so I need something like Amazon packaging or a decent piece of thickness of paper. I want something a bit bigger than that, to be honest. Let's use this map page, and I'm going to fold it into, it's quite thin, so I'm going to fold it into 3 as near as it is. A bit like a coin envelope, and I'm going to start gluing this down just to give it some stability for the bottom. Like so. Just use a piece of card or a piece of torn paper. So that's just going to be the base of my snippet. And then I'm going to start layering up now, and I'm going to use this piece here. Like normally I would ink all the edges, but I won't bother while I'm on camera because it all takes time and you don't need to see me gluing, inking papers. So then just decide if you want more on than that. I've got a piece of old wallpaper here. I could put that on, which I think I will. Like so. Then I've got some vellum here, or tracing paper. I like the torn edges, so I'm going to just stick that on somewhere. Right up there, then you can still see the butterfly. I won't put too much glue on that because you can actually see glue through vellum. Then I would like a bit of texture on it, so I'm going to go into my scrap box here, and because there's blue on this material here, I could put that strip of blue fabric down. This is from a journal cover I did a few weeks ago, like so. Then a piece of lace would be nice, I think, or a piece of material. I think I'll use that material, and then a piece of lace on top, like so. And what about a piece that's not really the right colour? That could go on. And I'm going to throw all those back into my scrap box. And get to work on those. Now I'm just going to secure, not secure, but just put down with a little bit of glue stick, and then I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. So put a bit down there to hold that. Then a bit down there to hold the white fabric, like so, and then a bit more on top to hold this one. Now I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and do some zigzag stitching, and I'm going to tear these edges, I think, before I stitch. I prefer torn edges than straight ones. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, that didn't take long. I didn't have my sewing machine on zigzag, which I should have done. I prefer zigzag when I'm doing this sort of thing. And I know I said I wasn't going to, but I am very quickly just going to ink those edges because I think they look better. So then that is ready to go onto my paper clip. So remember, that's the paper clip there, and this is the tab. So I'm going to just put glue on this bit here and put that on so that the tab is sticking out. So I'm going to use the fabric glue again, just on this edge, this side, as near to the edge as I can, but don't put any on the tab, like so. Just take it off that piece of paper. Now I don't mind these cottons hanging. Sometimes I'll tie them off and sometimes I won't bother. But I'm just going to put that on there and press down. Let that glue take. And I like to put a grommet in with the crocodile just on the corner there. And let me find a nice grommet. I've told you before, some of my grommets split, but these silver ones are quite good. They don't give a rough edge at the back. So set that in and press. See, it gives a nice tidy edge, it's not rough. Now get some words out and put words on there like I did with these. Yeah, and then you can just put a dangle on there, and that is the hidden paper clip, and that'll just slide onto your page edge. You've got a tab on the other side and you can attach a little dangle. That one won't work because it's got a bulldog clip on. Just trying to find, this is too big, but this is just an example of what it would look like, just with a dangle on the side like so. So I thank you to Spark Bird Studios, and I'll link her video below for this, and I think it's a great way of using your scraps for your snippet and a nice hidden paper clip. So thanks for joining me today, and I shall see you next time. Bye.